The story unfolding around the alleged attempt to free Luigi Mangione by a man posing as an FBI agent has quickly turned into one of the most bizarre and talked about crime twists in recent memory, blending elements of deception, desperation, and a case that was already gripping national attention long before this strange chapter emerged. What makes this incident especially compelling is not just the alleged impersonation itself, but the timing, the motives still being questioned, and the larger public fascination with Mangione's case that continues to spark debate across social media, newsrooms, and everyday conversations. Authorities say the incident happened when a man walked into a federal detention facility and claimed he was an FBI agent carrying official paperwork to secure the release of an inmate. That inmate, according to law enforcement sources, was Luigi Mangione, the man at the center of a high-profile criminal case that has drawn intense media scrutiny for months. From the very beginning, officials reported that something about the visitor's behavior raised immediate red flags. Correctional officers are trained to verify every detail when it comes to inmate releases, especially when federal credentials are involved, and what they encountered reportedly did not add up. When staff asked for official identification to confirm his federal status, the man allegedly failed to produce standard law enforcement credentials. Instead, reports indicate he presented only personal identification and paperwork that could not be verified through proper channels. Officers became increasingly suspicious, and when they conducted further questioning, inconsistencies began to surface. Within minutes, the situation escalated from routine verification to a full-scale security concern. Law enforcement sources say officers detained the man on the spot and conducted a search of his belongings. Items found in his possession reportedly added another layer of confusion and concern, prompting immediate involvement from federal authorities. According to officials, there was no legitimate court order authorizing Mangione's release, and no federal agency had dispatched an agent for such a purpose. The man was taken into custody and later charged with impersonating a federal officer, a serious offense that carries significant legal consequences. What has fueled public fascination is the question everyone keeps asking: why Luigi Mangione? Why would someone allegedly go to such lengths to attempt a release under false pretenses? Mangione's case has already been one that draws strong emotional reactions. Supporters argue about legal fairness, critics focus on the severity of the charges against him, and online communities have formed strong opinions that range from sympathy to outrage. This alleged impersonation incident has only intensified that spotlight. Mangione himself remains at the center of a legal battle that has unfolded over many months, with each development closely watched by the public. His arrest initially made headlines because of the nature of the accusations against him and the broader social debates those accusations sparked. Analysts say cases like his often become symbolic, representing larger issues that extend beyond the courtroom. That symbolism may be part of why emotions surrounding his case have run so high. Public reaction to the impersonation incident has been swift and polarized. On social media platforms, some users expressed disbelief that someone would allegedly attempt such a risky and unusual act. Others speculated about the impersonator's mental state, motivations, or possible connections. Law enforcement officials have been cautious about releasing too many details, emphasizing that investigations are ongoing and that speculation can sometimes overshadow verified facts. Legal experts point out that impersonating a federal officer is treated as a severe crime because it undermines trust in official institutions and can lead to dangerous situations. In this case, authorities say detention center staff followed protocol precisely as trained, ensuring that no security breach occurred. Their quick response is being credited with preventing what could have turned into a far more complicated incident. As the investigation continues, questions remain about whether the alleged impersonator acted alone or was influenced by outside factors. Some analysts suggest that high-profile criminal cases often attract individuals seeking attention or attempting to insert themselves into the narrative. Others caution against jumping to conclusions, emphasizing the importance of letting the legal process reveal the facts. Meanwhile, Mangione's legal team has remained focused on his defense, and there has been no official indication that Mangione himself had any involvement or knowledge of the alleged impersonation attempt. This distinction is crucial, as investigators have not suggested any direct connection between the detainee and the man who allegedly posed as an FBI agent. The broader context of this incident also highlights the pressures faced by correctional facilities when handling high-profile inmates. Security measures are often heightened, and staff members are trained to approach every request with skepticism until verified. Former corrections officials have noted that impersonation attempts, while rare, are not unheard of, particularly in cases that attract national attention. Psychologists observing the public response say the incident reflects society's fascination with true crime stories that contain unexpected twists. The idea of someone allegedly walking into a detention facility and attempting to bluff their way through security feels almost cinematic, which may be part of why the story has spread so quickly across digital platforms. There is also a broader conversation unfolding about how media coverage influences public perception in high-profile cases. Some commentators argue that extensive coverage can sometimes create an environment where individuals feel drawn to become part of the story, even in inappropriate or illegal ways. Others counter that transparency in reporting is essential for public awareness and accountability. For Mangione, the legal proceedings ahead remain the primary focus. Court dates, motions, and legal arguments will ultimately determine the outcome of his case, and legal analysts emphasize that due process is essential regardless of public opinion. The impersonation incident, while dramatic, does not alter the legal standards that will apply in his trial. Authorities have reassured the public that there was no lapse in detention center security and that the alleged impersonator never came close to achieving his objective. Officials described the incident as an example of procedures working exactly as intended, with staff identifying irregularities quickly and acting decisively. Still, the story continues to evolve, and many are watching closely for additional updates. Each new detail seems to add another layer to a case that already had captured widespread attention. Whether this incident will have lasting implications or fade into the background of a larger legal saga is something only time will reveal. As discussions continue, one thing is clear: the intersection of crime, media, and public curiosity can create narratives that feel almost surreal. This alleged impersonation attempt has become one such moment, a reminder that reality can sometimes rival fiction in its unpredictability. For now, investigators are focused on gathering all available evidence, interviewing witnesses, and ensuring that every aspect of the incident is thoroughly examined. The legal process for the accused impersonator will move forward separately, and any further revelations are expected to come through official channels. The public, meanwhile, remains captivated. Online forums, news panels, and community conversations are filled with speculation and analysis, demonstrating how stories like this can quickly become cultural talking points. As this story continues to unfold, it serves as a reminder of the importance of critical thinking and responsible reporting. While dramatic details can capture attention, verified facts remain the foundation of understanding what truly happened. The coming weeks may bring additional clarity as legal proceedings advance and investigators share more information. Until then, the alleged impersonation attempt remains a striking example of how unexpected events can emerge in already high-profile cases, adding new dimensions to stories that seem to evolve almost daily. What began as a routine day at a detention facility quickly turned into a headline-making incident that sparked nationwide conversation. Whether this moment will have lasting implications or fade into the background of a much larger legal narrative remains to be seen. For viewers following the case closely, staying informed through reliable updates is key. Developments can happen quickly, and separating confirmed facts from speculation is more important than ever in a digital age where information spreads rapidly. This situation also underscores the dedication of correctional staff and law enforcement officers who must remain vigilant at all times, especially when handling sensitive cases. Their ability to recognize inconsistencies and act swiftly prevented a potentially serious breach. In the end, this story is more than an alleged impersonation. It's about the complex ways people respond to high-profile cases, the responsibilities of institutions tasked with maintaining security, and the unpredictable nature of human behavior. As legal proceedings continue for both Mangione and the accused impersonator, the public will undoubtedly remain engaged, watching for each new development and analyzing every detail. Stories like this often leave lasting impressions, shaping conversations long after the headlines fade. For now, all eyes remain on the courtroom, the investigators, and the official statements that will guide understanding in the days ahead. The twists and turns of this case serve as a powerful reminder that real-life events can sometimes unfold in ways no one expects. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.